Hey guys, welcome. No, Brianna is not still at my house. She went back to New York. She was posting photos of her cat. Oh, they're saying you need facial hair,
I think
maybe.
I think you should bring that up. It's a matter of when's the last time you saw that person.
Yeah, when? Okay, that's a good point. We should start it. So I
I think.
haven't seen you in real life in like what, 2 years maybe?
Oh, because
A year?
it's so weird. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but yeah, that
So and
I
I'm looking
s-
and I'm looking at you like, is this a clone?
yeah, I don't know. It's just Sunday. I'm just doing Sunday stuff, so I just guess I didn't like. I don't. I didn't get like makeup done. I didn't really think about the lighting. I was just like, let's go talk about this crazy thing. But here's the thing. This is the funny part. We already got into it talking about appearance.
Yeah. No, that's all people are thinking about right now. So, okay, I've known John since 2018. I met him when I was skinny. So, like, right now, I might be a clone because I'm legitimately 15 pounds heavier than 2018. And you were going through a breakup, and so was I. Mine was toxic, yours was not,
Right.
obviously. Obviously, mine was.
Yes, yours was. I remember that about you.
It was bad, right? That was like your first impression.
I was like, "Oh, she's nuts." Yeah, no, no, no.
Yeah.
You were going through something, but, like, I also felt like that yeah, also, you do still look great. Like, I think you look the same.
Anyways, it's more about how you look because
I know.
you're the clone expert and you're looking
Sh
like a clone.
so, well, I thought the situation was weird with your ex because I thought you could do from what you were telling me and showing me, I was like, "You could do better than this guy. This is so odd." And
Yeah.
then that's what I didn't understand. He was, like, some random dude in, like he was in, like, Wyoming or
Minnesota.
North Dakota or some oh, okay, well, yeah, and so, like, I just, like, didn't, understand what you were doing. I was like I mean, I get relationships could be tough, and I don't understand your connection, but for anything, I was like, "Yeah, you're, like, in LA trying to do stuff, and this guy is not."
Yeah, and
And
we had a pet frog that
he was
was
also
stuffed. We had a it was a stuffed animal, it wasn't a real frog, and we pretended it was a kid. That was probably the peak
yeah,
insanity.
that's not good, and then also, uh, not to get into looks again, but he also wasn't very attractive on top of that. So it was like he was kinda, like, dirty looking, like,
Well,
like,
it's
total
all I know is that,
bro.
like, with, like, the Epstein files coming out and people's old emails getting leaked, I really hope mine never get leaked because the things I said to that guy were really bad.
Yeah, we're just all at a point where we've all said stuff. There's just no way to have had a phone and email and text for this long and not have something that could be taken out of context. If you don't, you're
Mine
that
was you didn't have to.
actually
Yeah, mine you didn't have to take out of context. It was like, "F you, you fat pig."
yeah, but still can be because it's like it's like, what was he saying back to you?
He
What was
also,
it
like, got
over?
drunk and passed out under and, like, fell under a desk. I, like, walked into his room, and he was, like, drunk, and there was a desk on him, and I just, like, took a photo of it. Like, that's probably messed up of me.
Yeah,
Like, I should have actually just gotten the desk off of him, but I was like, "Let me take a photo on my BlackBerry," or whatever phone I had at the time.
yeah, I don't think you did anything that bad. I'm sure you've said stuff, but
Really bad emails, really
I don't
bad.
even think I've said anything that crazy, but I feel like here's the thing,
Yeah,
if
you
you
definitely you've had definitely said I mean,
not really. I mean, within reason, sure, I've been upset through, like, a text, but, like, nothing that should be a problem. I think that if you have nothing that you've ever said in writing that could be misconstrued, then you're a dork.
that's crazy.
You're a dork. If you're living life and you're meeting people, there's gonna be exchanges that are unsavory, and that just I mean, obviously, if you're there's a level to where it could be so bad to where it's like, okay, you're threatening to murder this person actually. That's different. But if it's like, why are you being a dick? Blah blah blah. It's
Okay,
you need
so when we met, you were getting out of a relationship with Jim Carrey's daughter.
yeah.
And now there's all this news about Jim Carrey. They're saying he's a clone. There's posts that have millions of likes that say they got him. Rest in peace, Jim. Rest in peace, Selena Gomez. Even rest in peace, Justin Bieber, I'm seeing. And I want to know you're the first person I thought of. I was like, he'll know if he's alive because you're still like in good communication with
Uh,
his daughter.
well, I wouldn't say I'm in good communication with her, but
Yeah,
um
Jane Carrey.
I wouldn't say I'm in good communication with her, but I mean, we dated for a long time and I know the family and I'm so tired of
So you're
just
not in communication.
currently, I mean, she's married with kids,
Oh, yeah, that'd be
which is
weird.
public knowledge. I'm not like we're on good terms. I wouldn't say I'm in. If I could get in touch with her right now, I could. Yeah, if I
Right.
get in touch with her mom, I'm sure if I can get in touch with Jim, I could. It's like I just it's an ex, so it's like we're on good terms, right? So did I message her about this? No, I'm not going to message her about this because it's so ridiculous. But that's why I put it out there. I thought that people were just kind of going to be like,
Well, people don't know
um,
you put it out there, so let's explain what you put out. So you put out a post when the news first broke. You said something like, "Hey guys, it's Jim Carrey. I can confirm." And then you
yeah.
got so much hate and backlash. People that even know you are like trying to
Hey
gaslight
guys, I'm
you.
saying something about under my eyes. I have vitiligo, you pieces of shit. So just letting you know, it's not tan line. It's not anything. You guys got to stop with the obsession over appearance. It's so creepy. I'm better looking than all of you, probably. Let's be real. So we're gonna stop. All
Okay.
right.
I did,
That's just.
it
It's
looks like
just
you were in a tanning bed.
no. I just don't have good lighting right now, and it's like Sunday, and I'm just like I don't care.
You guys, John's a Virgo like me, so when you say something, it's gonna
Just
make
don't.
him mad.
No, I'm not mad. It's just stupid. It's just I can't deal with the stupidity. It's like here's the problem with conspiracy theorists. You guys jump in and just start picking a point apart things that aren't true instead of researching or fact checking, right? Instead of saying this is how you should word things. Hey man, is everything like looks like there's something going on under your eyes?
That's what they said.
No, it's not. It was like
Oh,
tan line, just that.
there was a few comments
But
before
instead of
that.
and but also it's like, yeah, I just have like a mild sometimes it comes out worse than others. Sometimes it's not. It's not good lighting. I just don't care because I'm not actually that vain. I'm over it. But it's like the thing is what they're doing right now is what's allowing people to believe that it's a clone. It's like you're not even attempting to find the truth out. There's evidence that people are trying to supply to you. Now, is it everyone's
Okay,
fault?
so I think most of the people that are in my chat are on the fence. They're not like the clone people. I feel like they're more into like the Britney Spears clone theory. I don't think people in my chat are really like caring about this Jim Carrey thing, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
noticing most people online are caring about it. But
Yeah. Oh,
my people do
okay.
the
I
research.
don't know who's on this. Yeah.
Yeah, my people are not your haters. Like,
Oh, okay.
my people are nice. They're, like, mostly women. Like, there's probably not a single guy unless Artie's here in this chat. So it's,
Okay.
like, chicks just, like, being, like, whatever. But my
Yeah.
point was you posted this thing and you were just like, "Yeah, that's Jim Carrey, da 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 da." And then all these comments started attacking you and telling you that you're lying about dating his daughter. And they're trying to gaslight you into thinking that experience in your life didn't even happen.
Yeah, 2.5 years of my life didn't happen. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
crazy.
what were some of the comments? Even comedians that we both know, even like Secret Service Sam was coming at you being like, "Are you sure, John?"
Right. Yeah, oh, I have so many, but I'm on my phone. I don't know if I can pull them up. Can you go pull them up on my,
Uh,
threads?
yeah, I can't log into Threads.
But it was just basically people challenging the fact that, like, I didn't date him, or even if I did, I'm just doing it for clout. Let me tell you where my brain was at. I had a long relationship with her, was never very public. I wasn't super private, it wasn't a secret, but it was just never very public out of respect. And, now all these years later, just loving Jim and the family and knowing he was there with Jane and, how she doesn't really love to be in the public eye at all. And she probably went there. He was accepting such a nice award and knowing that he was excited to speak, to do it in French and all this stuff. And then just to have people just saying horrible things, which is essentially just saying he doesn't look good, which is
Well,
sad to me.
his cheeks are different. It looks like he got cheek filler or something like that.
But I think also it's like this expectation that celebrities don't age. I actually think with all that stuff, I mean, he's 64. I still think he looks great. He's 64. Like, what is everyone going to look like at Do you guys understand 64? 64. He's 64. Like, this is what happens when you get older. Your face shape changes, things happen, medications we don't know about that I'm not saying anything or speculating. I'm just saying like having my parents are 71, it's like, so my aunt just turned 75. She still looks great, but I mean, she's on medications now and whatnot. So I just was really upset about people kind of going after his appearance because I love Jim. He was a really, really good girlfriend's dad to me. And I thought it was just going to be like, okay, we can search, see they dated. It's Jim. Let's move on with everything going on right now. And I know a lot of it's bots. I really do kind of believe in the dead internet theory now, where like I think it's like mostly bots and bot farms. Because I think some of the responses I was getting on threads, especially, were a lot of bots, and just people trying to, yeah, because it's propaganda, and who knows who manufactured the propaganda to cause that. That's the
But
conspiracy.
why? But I don't know if it's done internet theory because it's like, who really gives a shit about this? Like, this isn't
No, that's what I'm saying.
creating a rumor about Jim Carrey being a clone is not like propaganda that's gonna like deal with Turning Point or like the
Well, here's where it could come in. It's just getting crazy engagement for the tech bros, right? Like it's just people incessantly on it, searching, commenting, posting, engaging. That's how they make money. So some of it's not, it's just manufactured to basically keep these apps and keep us on our phones
But if
more
I'm
than
saying if it
anything.
wasn't Jim Carrey, it'd be something else.
Yeah, sure.
Like the Britney Spears video was just a few days ago where she was dressed and like dancing like that.
Well, we're just getting to this point where we're trying to make celebrities, it's like lizardry instead of wizardry. It's like they're all lizard people. It's like, no, that's not true. It's just like not. They're just people. And there are elites. The Epstein thing is real, and there are elites. But like to say that just because someone's a celebrity means that they're just like not a person, or that they're being cloned or eaten or whatever the hell people are saying, it's just not true. I know so many celebrities. It's weird. You know.
So what I mean, okay, so I guess I want to know like what did you when you were dating Jim's daughter, like the way he was acting on the carpet, people are saying his behaviors aren't how he like you said he's a type of guy that changes a lot.
Yeah, I just think like when he's on the red carpet, and I don't think this is I don't, without sharing too much private, I mean, I don't think it's a secret that like when he goes on the red carpet, if you're not asking him good questions, or it's like a weird event and you're just kind of going up there, either being lazy, wasting his time, or trying to be like get a reaction out of him, his mantra is kind of like, I'm going to make you feel uncomfortable for
He did
doing
that
that
with
to me.
Kat he did that to Kat
Yeah, it's just what he
Sadler.
does. He's a comedian. Like he's a comedian. He's so funny. Like in person, he's so fun. He's really inherently the funniest person I've ever met. It's actually
Really?
wild. He's so funny. He's just so funny. So like he's smart, and he's like so intuitive, right? And he's just like tapped in. So when he does that stuff, it's kind of just like, I'm just gonna be out there because you're trying to elicit a response, or you're trying to. I'm gonna, I'm gonna out uncomfortable you. You think you're gonna leave this making me uncomfortable? No, we're gonna leave this making you uncomfortable. So I think when this last when he accepted this award, I think it was in good spirits. I think he was really excited to accept it. I think he liked being in France from what I saw. I think that uh he told, he spoke in French the whole time, which, you know, that is very, I think that's something that he was really excited to do, you
You
know?
think because he was speaking in French, he wasn't acting like himself? Because it's
I
like
just
not
think,
his first language?
I just think he was excited. I think he pulled off a speech in French, and I think he was just excited and was in more of a humble mood that day, knowing Jim. That's just what it seemed like. So he was just being very nice, and maybe being out of the States. I mean, look, America, I mean, the press here, we're not nice. You're not nice, right? You're so attacking, and you're so trying to just drag people down, that perhaps in French, maybe it was a little nicer. And he was like, I'm going to be a
Why
little
is he
nicer.
was he being too nice? Is that why people are like freaking out about this?
I think, yeah, he was just being humble. I just think he was just like kind of there accepting an award. He was talking about how he would, how he had just done the speech in French. And I think it was just like a nice event he went to, and it's like, uh, people were expecting him to they're just, it's under a microscope. So they're just, seems like they're just trying to make something out of nothing.
Well, I think people are like, why is his face so different?
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak to that. I
Did
just
you
think he's
think it was
64.
weird when you saw it?
I didn't. I thought he looked like Jim. I thought like he's a little older, and I've known him with longer hair. I've known him with shorter hair. So I've known him with a beard. I've seen him without a beard. So I've known, the many f- faces of Jim. And I think,
People are saying in the comments that his bone structure changed.
well, I mean, that's not something I know anything about, and not something I would ever know anything. I mean, even
And
if
they're wondering if you're just here to do PR for Jim.
I mean, I wish I was getting paid to
No,
do
he's
this.
not, because I called him last night and was like, "Do you wanna go live tomorrow?" Like, it's not like this is premeditated.
No, I like people saying this guy sucks.
It's
Yeah,
it's I think they
it's
want you to talk about. I think that they think you're not admitting that his face looks different, but is it because you have a close relationship in case.
I just think he's 64 and you guys are crazy. That's what I think. I think it's so gross to see a 64-year-old man. Does it look like he could have gotten work done? Sure. I mean, but I don't know what he got done. I don't know. Maybe he hasn't been getting in shape, or I don't know. He's 64. That's my whole thing.
They're saying we're not stupid, we have eyes and we can see.
Sounds like they are stupid.
'Cause we have calling us
But what do you
crazy.
want? I can't. Okay, here's what I can. I can't confirm if he had plastic surgery done. That's not even my place to confirm that, right? Like, there's another comedian that I was close with. I'm not going to confirm he got plastic surgery done, but clearly he did. You know,
I
you
mean,
know who I'm talking
okay, so
about.
the reason you really thought that it was Jim Carrey is because you saw his daughter that you dated on the carpet with him.
Yeah, well, she was. Yeah, I saw pictures of her, and I know she also wouldn't be involved in this. So, what's the question? Is the question that he had plastic surgery? Because that's not really a
Yeah, can you guys
question.
ask the actual question that you guys
Like,
have?
what do you like? Because asking me if he had plastic surgery, it's like if you have eyes, then you could see that maybe he did, right? So that's not the
I think
conversation.
they're not buying you just saying like, "Oh, he's just 64."
But that's irrelevant because it's like the whole conversation is he a clone or is he a body double or a stunt double or whatever? And I'm telling you, uh, just kick Nicole off. Hey, Nicole, go away.
Alright, everybody calm down. This is just a Jim Carrey
No,
clone
just get
conspiracy.
Nicole out of here. She's a moron.
No, Nicole's great.
No,
She
she's
just
not.
said, "Why is he an expert on Jim if he hasn't seen him recently?" That's the comment you've been getting on, like, TikTok and stuff. Aren't people like, "Well, you haven't talked to him in 2 years, so that means you don't know if they switched his body out."
That's my point about the conspiracy.
What?
But that's my point about the conspiracy. I think everyone's confused because how often do you see Jim?
Yeah.
Oh, what he looks like. This is just something that happens.
If you wanna be on camera and address your
No,
point of view, you can
no,
come on
No,
you can come
Stencil, that's
no.
great.
This is something that
you
happens.
can come on cam.
You think they look differently. That's it.
Well, what I'm seeing from these comments are that some of these people are just a little bit lost and
Well,
like,
don't insult
well,
my people.
I'm gonna be honest. If they don't want to hear,
But if you guys are gonna
they're
call him a
insulting
fucking
me.
idiot, he's gonna call you names, he's a comedian, so just
Yeah,
consider it like a roast battle.
guys, I don't give a shit about what you're saying. You're not upsetting me.
They said,
I'm
"Why are
not.
you getting so mad at Nicole?"
Well, because here's the thing. I'm a person and you're a
Stenzel's
person.
laughing really loud.
Well, well, then maybe that you guys are
The views are going up. The more fighting, the more views.
good. Well, I don't care. I'm not getting mad. You guys don't understand.
You
I do
called
this for a
Nicole you
living.
called Nicole a name first. It's
No,
also hard because you can't see her. You don't know what these people look like. You just don't you think the internet's dead. You think maybe I'm punking you. There's
no,
bots.
I don't think you're punking me at all. I think this is just, I mean, a bunch of trolls
Okay,
who don't want to hear the truth.
Nicole, give your actual questions. Um, okay, so
Guys, look, I get it. I look like someone that you feel like you can just bully and push around because I probably have it better than you. I've been dealing with this for a long time. I don't care. If you have a question you want me to address, I'll do it. If
okay.
not, and this is boring,
What are
go
the yeah,
away.
they're not
Go away.
trolls. What are the what are the actual we
What are the
want to
questions?
this was supposed to be a really nice live. We were going to talk about Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber. Do you want to they're just saying, "Oh, Emily, why did you bring him on as an expert if he hasn't seen him recently?" Well, I don't know anyone else that's met Jim
Not
Carrey at
irrelevant.
all.
That's
I
not
thought
a.
I was at least bringing on somebody.
There's not. It's not a matter of whether I've seen him recently. It's a matter of that I know him and I know that it's him. That's just it. And if you have specific questions other than plastic surgery, which is just like, if you think he had plastic surgery, I mean, look, maybe he did, right? But that's not the question. We're not here to debate whether or not he had plastic surgery. We're here to debate whether or not, that was him or not. So if you have any questions pertaining to that, I mean, I'm not going to
I
go
think it's
micro.
interesting how people on my live might not like you right now, but now they're turning on me. So now I'm like, whoa. So unless I bring on people that you guys love, I'm gonna get turned on too. Like, it's hard to make people happy.
Well, no, it's impossible right now. It's not a good time.
But
Everyone's
usually my
lost it.
my live is like fine. I think maybe, there is like a Mercury retrograde happening, I heard, for Virgos. Actually,
Well,
that's both of us. So maybe it's a bad time for
look,
us to be
if
live.
we look at all this, they were aggressive with me off the bat. There's no real questions being asked. They started to attack my appearance.
I
Then they
think
started to
I
go
think
into, so
I
let's
think
ask
I
questions.
think I think you're under a lot of stress from the Jim Carrey
I'm
trolls on
not under
TikTok.
any stress. I don't even care.
But my chat is usually very kind. We actually never fight.
Okay, but if you look back on the comments, Emily, you'll
I
see that,
can't scroll or it's gonna be.
right. So they were attacking me, and it's like, I don't need to subject myself to this. I'm
Well,
just here to answer some questions.
yeah, Virgo men can be a little condescending.
I'm being condescending
You were a
as
little
like,
mean.
I'm being condescending.
You were like, "Fuck you, I look better than you." That was like the first thing you said.
No, it's not. I'm being condescending
Yeah,
because
you are.
everyone is coming after me, so
Because
I'm
you
just
feel like
giving back.
attacked.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna make it more uncomfortable. I'm gonna use the Jim Carrey method. I'm not uncomfortable. I don't care.
I'm
Okay?
uncomfortable.
See? There you go. So if you guys wanna ask me some questions, let's do it.
Um, so tell us about Jim Carrey.
Well, they don't wanna know. They already made up their
No, see,
minds.
now I'm asking you to no,
Okay,
tell
fine.
us
Let's
your
go.
experience.
All
All
right.
right, tell us.
My experience is that was him. His demeanors, the way he acted, everything was him. Uh, Down to the way he spoke, when he's being humble, when he's being real, that was him. His daughter would not have gone with him if this was not if this was something that wasn't, that was fake. She wouldn't be a part of that.
How do you know?
100,000% she wouldn't. She doesn't like the limelight, so she wouldn't be part of that.
So when you guys were dating, she wasn't part of like publicity stunts. She didn't want to be on red carpets, things like that.
Nothing. She does not like the limelight, and it was actually an issue uh
In the
in
relationship.
the relationship because I was, a comic. So I was like, well, I can't, whatever. So
Guys, whether you like John or not, let's just try to like put our feelings aside and get through
yeah,
it.
it's just here's the thing, Emily. It's weird how triggered they're all getting.
I think
I'm just being,
everyone's true.
I'm
I
just
think
passionately talking. This is just who I am. So
right.
you don't know me. Again, you guys jump the gun on people. You don't know me, right? So you don't know how I speak. You're not familiar with me.
What
If
are
you
some
give it
like
a second,
what are some like redeeming qualities about you? Maybe we should just switch to like a
no,
different
we don't.
topic.
We don't need to switch to a different topic. I was here for a specific topic.
Yeah, I like talking about I think the Jim Carrey topic is triggering for you because you do
It's
have the
not
close
triggering.
but it is because we talked on the phone and you were fired up. I even said my guest is fired up because you're annoyed that people are trying to tell you you never dated his daughter.
No, I'm
Like,
not annoyed
that's
by any of it.
gaslighting. I wanna talk about how people on the internet do, like, create an idea that they believe is real, and then they will, like, project that onto you. Like, you did have that relationship with the daughter, but they don't wanna believe it, even if they have
Yeah,
the facts.
yeah, I know,
It's like you
but
have pictures with her, you've got the Facebook relationship pictures, but they're still like, "Those must be AI." It's annoying. So you're under a little stress from that.
I'm not stressed out. I just wanna answer some questions about it to clear up. It's not
So,
just gonna be like a
when we
fun
were on the
thing.
phone, you made an interesting point about how, like, he's the type of guy they're talking about how he was left-handed, and you said
Right.
he's the type of guy that would, like, sign one with each hand.
Yeah, I played hockey with him. He played with his right hand. It's just like he's a complex dude, you know? So, it's fine.
Uh,
Uh, he's not like someone who's, it's not very what was I gonna say? Like, he's complex and he's fun and he's not very like, "Oh, he does things this way or that way." He does things a
is
bunch.
he nice?
Yeah, he's great. He's hilarious. He's kind. He's nice.
Was he like a comedian that's funny off camera?
One of the funniest people I've ever, the funniest person I've ever met in my entire life.
And you've met a lot of comedians.
Yeah.
Right now you're touring with Godfrey?
Yeah.
And you were touring with Matt Rife.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Matt Rife or no?
Yeah. That's a little bit.
Because I wrote an article about Matt Rife being maybe possessed by the Annabelle doll.
Oh, funny.
And people like Matt Rife, you were opening for Matt Rife.
Mhm.
Do you think that there was a conspiracy with the Annabelle doll? Or do you think he just likes the supernatural?
I think he likes the supernatural, and I think he just wanted to. I think he probably was he's making a lot of money. As a little bit of an investment. I went in with his friend Elton Casti, and no, Matt's always loved that kind of stuff. He's got sleep problems, which is he's pretty open about, like some insomnia issues. So I just kind of think he wanted to do it. I mean, I am like, things are going so well for you right now, man. Why even chance that in the event that like there is a, yeah, you
Like, are
know?
you scared like that Matt Rife could get possessed by the doll?
I mean, look,
Everything's going so well. People were like, "Oh, he must have sold his soul because why would he risk it all when he's got everything for this doll?"
I mean, if he got I would love to see him possessed by the doll, if I'm being honest with you. I think it would be
Really?
great. Yeah, yeah. And then I would come on here and be like, I would admit if he was I would admit he was like possessed with, I wouldn't be
So
like, no,
you'll
he's not
cover for
possessed.
Jim Carrey, but not Matt Rife.
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't. I would tell you guys if he was possessed by a doll, by like the Annabelle doll.
It
And I've
seems
had,
like right now, like Jim Carrey's the elite, Matt's not, so you have to protect the elite.
I get nothing out of this.
Well, you
I
got.
lived.
Can you talk about the time that Justin Bieber was hiding?
Oh yeah. This must have been 2000. I don't know the exact year, 15 or 16, something like that. And he was hiding up in the Hollywood Hills at this big investor's house. And he was hiding because I was at Dane Cook's, and Dane was like, "Yeah, Bieber's hiding across like a little bit down the block because he was getting death threats for no reason, but he was getting like active death threats." This is when he was going through that like weird phase where he was like egging houses, but
It's
nothing
funny, he
like
was
that.
peeing off porches.
Yeah, like that era, and he was getting like legitimate death threats before he had to hide. And like these two dudes had this house down the block, and there was like just giant mansion, and he was hiding there for his safety.
What do you
And I was
think?
like,
Like,
that stinks.
what do you think about Hollywood right now? Like, do you feel like it's different? Because we've both been here now for years, and we're both back and forth. Like, right now, are you like pro New York or pro LA?
I think they're kind of similar.
They're
I
both
think they,
like not as good as they used to be.
yeah, they both got hit really hard by COVID. The attitudes are off, I think in the country, but like, and I think that LA ultimately for me, I hate to say this, but I think LA just has better weather if I'm going to be real. And it's a little bit cheaper renting wise. But I
Really?
think, yeah, a lot, a lot. New York got so expensive, and people don't realize like New York has bad weather for like 5 months of the year, like
Yeah.
legitimately. So for me, it's like I have the luxury of going back because I'm from there.
Hmm.
So I'd rather be out in LA and then be able to go back, when I want.
So when Pizzagate got that's a weird transition.
No, it's a great transition. Are you
So
kidding me? Pizzagate's always a good transition.
when
Never have to
Pizzagate
have.
happened, like my brother Andy called me and was like, "Emily, you need to get me a present because I was right, and like you and all your friends were wrong." So Andy feels vindicated right now.
Right, which is dangerous.
Right.
Um, yeah, I mean, Pizzagate seems like, I mean, it was real, except that it was Trump,
Um, what do
right?
you I don't know if Trump was in any of the pizza emails. I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
okay, right.
Yeah.
But
I
the
haven't
whole,
really dug into the pizza stuff yet, but
but the whole, you know, pedophile ring was, essentially, uh, Trump and Epstein. So, right?
well, there's a
Now,
lot of politicians involved.
no, and world leaders, by the way.
And the other leaders are getting actually looked into, like in other countries, but in our country, no one's really getting looked into at all.
No, it's crazy.
Uh,
But these are things that, uh, but what do you want to know more about the Pizzagate stuff?
I
Just
actually would. I think we should avoid talking about that. I think
okay.
we should go back to Jim Carrey and finish that
Yeah.
that
Yeah, let's
rant.
do it.
Tell the story. You said that Jim Carrey is very much like, I don't know. You said he's the type of guy that would just like, he likes to fuck with people to make them uncomfortable.
No, but just in those interviews that people are picking apart with him, where they're saying this is how he usually interviews, and now people are saying like I see stuff where they're like, oh, he doesn't usually talk in interviews like red carpet interviews like this. He's usually a little more out there. The ones that he's the most out there are typically the ones where uh, the interviewer might be making him feel uncomfortable. They're just like not asking good questions, or they're not prepared, or they're trying to annoy him. And his whole thing is like, I'm just gonna be, you know, more out there, and I'm just gonna kind of make you more uncomfortable. So I think, with this, I just think he was giving a very genuine, humble, some interviews at the red carpet, and people were like, he looks different and he's not acting like Jim Carrey, but I know that Jim Carrey and he was acting like Jim Carrey.
Okay, so expand on that.
He's just a nice, humble guy. You can have real conversations with him, and he's interesting and he's intelligent, and he is able to read people. He knows he's a lot more charitable than people realize. And he's able to know, like, he's so intuitive with people that, like, one time, because I would watch a lot of football games with him,
Mhm.
but the thing is I'm a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. So the Cowboys at this year, this was 2016, and I wanted to watch one of the games. Actually, no, it might have been 2017. I wanted to watch a Cowboys game alone on a Sunday. He had said to come over, and I was gonna go, and I ended up just like I was sitting there watching it, but I was just like really intense watching it, and I kind of wanted to watch it alone because I really watched the games. So,
You wanted to watch it alone?
okay, I watched a bunch of them, but this one I wanted to watch alone
A
because it
little
was
bit
just like
psychopathic.
I really like watching the games, like every play, and we would get into it watching them, and sometimes he would mess with me, which is really funny. But sometimes I'm like, I just want to watch this game. So the Cowboys lost, and I
Oh,
was like,
you're probably terrible to watch football with.
well, the Cowboys lost. I was like annoyed. So I go to his place, and he was just like, "Hey man, what's going on? You all right? You got this weird cloud over your head." And I was like, "Did you see the game?" He was like, "No." And I was like, "Cowboys lost. I'm not in a great mood." He just picked up, like, if you weren't in a good mood around him or something was up, good or bad, he picked up on it. He knew everything. He was just very, very,
Your
very
moods aren't hard to
intelligent.
pick up on. I don't think you have to be Jim Carrey to find that you have a black cloud over your head.
You're a good interviewer, I'll tell you what. If this was like a legit, like, for, you know, uh, you really know how to ask the questions, but and try to find the holes and everything. Crazy. Good investigative journalism, honestly.
Yeah,
But
I'm like, God, John, I think the chat can tell when you got Stencil could tell. He can't even see you. He's like, oh, John's in his dungeon today.
yeah, I know you set it up horribly. But
Well,
so
also, Stencil couldn't even, you were the only one concerned that Stencil couldn't walk.
I know. I was worried that Stencil was not
John's not
okay.
that bad of a guy. Like,
What do you mean not
Stencil
that
wasn't,
bad of a guy?
people are like, he's an asshole, but it's like, you were the only one that cared about Stencil not being able to walk. I was like,
Yeah.
he's fine.
Well, we just live in a world where people can say mean things to you like live, and then if you respond to it, you're the bad guy. It's like so bizarre.
All
I'm
they
just like,
said was, "Do you have something?" All they said,
no,
all they,
there was a bunch of
that
things.
first comment was about was he in a tanning bed? And you were like, I'm hotter than all of you.
They were just going after my looks right off the bat. I'm like, what is this?
Well, that's why I told you, like, you need better lighting.
Yeah,
I know.
no, it's fine. It doesn't, I don't care. I was just giving it back. But yeah, no, yeah, he was just like and he's a really sweet guy, and he's smart, and he knows, like if you're going through something, or if you're being genuine, like he senses that, right? And a lot of people on the red carpet, they're not,
Well, the
they're
thing is
charms.
I quit. I used to do red carpet coasting. I quit because I hated how fake you had to be because the
Yeah, it's
publicist would
tough.
literally tell you, like, you have to ask these questions. And I'd
Mhm.
always veer from the script. And then I'd ask questions. The celebrities would love me. The publicists would hate me. So the celebrities were excited because I finally asked them stuff that was not what they needed. They were sick of it. They would have to answer the same question from 10 different, like, stupid reporters in a row. So then I would ask what I wanted to ask, and the celebrity would be having fun, and the publicist would, like, pull them away.
Also, I do want to address one thing.
Oh god.
One misstep I had early in this was that,
Okay.
like, I didn't really understand who this was opened up to. And so I didn't realize these were specifically like your people that were like actually not like bots or conspiracy theorists. Just some of the immediate comments. I was like, what is going on here? But so I do think like I was a little bit confused early on in this because I thought it was going to be more of like a nice, let's just kind of get into something. And then all of a sudden it just spiraled and I'm like, I just don't like, you know me, I don't care. If you're going to start just like hurling insults at, I'm gone. You know, I don't care. Right. So I think I might have not known who was in this specifically,
You know what
but
needs to be released is the podcast that we did where you walked off at my
th-
house.
that was amazing.
Someone said it's the best comedy they've ever seen.
Yep.
So he spiraled, I don't know, 5
Oops.
years. Yeah, it was you didn't spiral, you straight up left.
Yeah.
I had a guy named Tristan Starchild on.
What was that? Yeah, what was the context of that again?
I invited you to my house to do a podcast, and it was me, you, and Tristan Starchild, who's like a rapper stoner that was Stencil's best friend who introduced. So me and Stencil were introduced through a guy named Starchild. It's a Beverly Hills rapper. John was on the podcast and was getting annoyed at me because I kept having to redo my intro because I was nervous. So I redid it like 3 times. And finally, you were like, I'm fucking out of here. And you literally just got up and left. And we have it all on film. And then I showed my hipster friends once, and they were like, this is the best art I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was that chaotic and nuts.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
it was
there's
like, you were like, what the fuck is this? And
yeah, it
then
was like a Curb it was like a Curb
it
episode
was,
almost.
yeah, it was wild. And then I was like, and then Starchild was just smoking weed, and it was just so weird.
But I was being funny. It was
Well,
funny.
people think that I should post that as like now. They're like, that's like art that shouldn't be just on your like old
All
hard
right,
drives.
let's post it.
Well, everyone seems to be getting along now. Like, um, I think you guys, there's going to be guests I bring on that are going to be a little bit confrontational. I think it's good for the chaos. I mean, Howard Stern.
Yeah. But by the way, Nicole, you're still going. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not cool. It's like just then leave if you don't want to be here. That's my whole thing. If you're watching,
Nicole's like a ride or die. Like she's always on the right side of history. So for you to say she's dumb when she's usually on the right side of history with you,
well, so am I.
well, maybe you and Nicole should date.
Doesn't sound like it would be good.
I don't know. You never know. Good things start out as trouble.
Yeah.
Or no, is it trouble starts out as fun? Um, he right now. She said, okay, yes, and Nava's laughing. Yes, and do you guys want to talk? Do you want to talk about the war?
I believe you.
Do you want to talk about the war?
No.
Oh, you believe
Nicole will murder me before the altar. Yeah, I mean,
that
I have
sounds
no
hot.
reason. I have no reason to not believe that.
That sounds hot.
Yeah,
I mean, John, you're free Palestine. You're not pro-Israel.
I'm not doing this.
Okay.
You know where I land. I've been right about all of this. It's funny. It's like
You could win them all back by admitting that.
I've been anti-MAGA, anti-Trump. That I've lost tons of followers over it. I've predicted this was all going to happen. And like I have a spine. A lot of my peers grifted, to make a lot of money and just said what they thought would put the most in their pocket. And I had a spine throughout it. And I'm just going to continue to stay true to that. And that's where I landed. But I've hated Trump the whole time. I don't think this. Look, what's happening in Iran with the Iranian people was terrible. But this isn't. I don't think this is the answer. They're not going in there to help Iran. That's not what they're doing. And now Trump is in bed with Netanyahu. This is crazy. How much they're doing this in front of our face now. And so yeah, I think this is just all bad. War is bad. And that's it. And we shouldn't be involved in this. And I feel for the reason I don't want to speak on it right now is because the Iranian people, like they've been through so much that they're hopeful, unfortunately. And due to them being so hopeful, I don't want to come. Who am I to come and say I wouldn't be hopeful? Like, let it play out a little bit. That's kind of what I like to do. Let it play out a little bit, and then you can weigh in. when you know you're a little more right and you're positive, and like the whole Venezuela thing, like Venezuelans were so happy when that happened, and I was like, this isn't good. Trump doesn't do anything good, and it's looking like it's not good, So I mean, it's just kind of one of those things where I feel for the people of Iran, and I don't want to step on that at the moment because I'm not a political correspondent. I
But I
just
think you are Free Palestine.
yeah, I mean, I think at a certain point, w- if I'm gonna be as if I'm gonna be as moderate as possible on this and not choose a side, I'd say at a certain point, yeah, they went too far. I mean, best case scenario, at a certain point, they went too far. That's the best case,
Who,
right?
Israel?
Yeah. I mean, that was a lot that they did. That was not okay. I mean,
Is Hollywood right now, like, from what you're noticing in, like, the comedy business, are comedians speaking out about it?
no, the whole thing is like I'm not
Because
as
I know there's, like, a lot of Jewish comedians. So I'm like, "Wait, what is the narrative?" Because I haven't been to comedy clubs in a long time since a lot of this started. So, like, is there people making jokes about this at clubs, or is it off if no one
I
if no
haven't
one has
really
it?
heard it. To me, it's not a funny topic. I think everything can be funny. That doesn't mean everything is funny. You can make it funny. I don't really find this topic to be funny. I need to research more about the history of everything. I mean, from my eyes, what I'm seeing, uh, they were going in and killing everyone in Palestine. That didn't seem good.
I
Like
think Dave
at the
Chappelle
very
spoke I
least,
think Dave Chappelle spoke
the
out.
very least, you're just kind of like, what? What it like, it just was Netanyahu. I can tell you with confidence that Netanyahu's not a good dude. I mean, that's not a, and now he's teaming up with Trump. This is a disaster. And this board of peace thing is so that's terrifying that they have a board of peace and that they're going to like rebuild on God. I mean, this is just all bad, but
Do you believe they planned it all?
maybe. I mean, that's where I don't know, but I wouldn't, I'm not gonna like. I also don't know if COVID was planned. If I'm being honest with you,
Well, I think
I mean,
everyone thinks it's a pandemic.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, like, it's very possible. I mean, we've done
And the
this.
Epstein emails are revealing that it was.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't read up on all that. I'm just not knowledgeable.
You've got
Uh,
one person that likes you in here, and her name's Bree.
that's
So
fine.
that's
Most people just didn't even give me a chance, and that's kind of what the society is now, right? You just don't give someone a chance. And that's what's happening with the whole gym thing. People are just looking at him and going, "That's not him," instead of like actually, they want a lot of people. It's just confirmation bias now, right? You don't actually want the truth. You want your truth. So if someone comes in and you're like, "Well, I want to hear what they have to say," they're not saying what I want them to say. Therefore, I don't like them. That's what we've entered now, right? Collectively, we would fail a fifth grade book report as a country. It's not good. We don't know how to we read something and then we interpret it the way we want to interpret it, not the way it's meant to be interpreted, and that's a problem. You just think
it's
you're right, and so that's kind of where we're at right now. Like I'm not weighing in more on the conflict because I do have my personal opinions, but I also haven't researched it enough to completely weigh in. I know I don't like what's going on in this country. I hate Trump. I've been exceptionally vocal about that. So that would probably, you can connect the dots and see where I probably lie. I'm telling you, I don't think this war with Iran is good. I have Iranian friends that are reeling from family back home being
like
slaughtered.
Tehran's happy with what's going on. 'Cause he
See? Because they have so little hope. So,
I agree with Nay. Well, the reason that we have to investigate ourselves is because we are fed bullshit, so we have to
yeah, we are
find out the
fed.
truth ourselves.
So we are fed bullshit. So that's the problem. And bullshit's feeding into more bullshit. And now people think that non-bullshit is bullshit because they think everything's bullshit.
Right. I
And
agree with that.
it's breaking reality, right? So like little things are such a big deal where you see a guy who's just 64 and perhaps got some work done or perhaps didn't. And you're like, that's not him. And it's like, it's literally him. I'm telling you, I know him. I
People
don't
are
talk to him
saying, "How do you know it's him if you haven't seen him in 2 years?"
because I know him. I know people. I know it's him. It's just like, I know his, it's like,
I
I
feel
know it's
like
him.
you are the type of person that if it wasn't him, you would say something's off.
Yeah, I would be worried. I would reach out, but like, I would reach out to, but I just, it's him. It's him. It's like, no different than just it's Jim Carrey, right? So if it's like my friend from college who I hadn't seen, and someone's like, "Oh, your friend from college, that's not him." I look at it and go, "That's him." How do you know? Because I know him. It's him.
That's not enough.
I know people think that, but that's not a, maybe that's a them, whoever doesn't think it's enough, maybe that's more of a them thing. Like, I'm not being paid to tell you anything. I'm just your friend that you happen to know. I
Yeah.
thought I would weigh in and people would be like, "All right, but
It's
what's in it?"
actually crazy how much pushback you're getting because people are saying you didn't even date his daughter on the internet.
Yeah, it's just, but
People
then
that
it
know
just
you,
goes,
people that knew you guys together, comedians.
well, yeah, well, reality is getting distorted now. Like, people are remembering things incorrectly, and yeah, what Mira said, probably, you're probably completely right. Like, that is what is probably are completely right with that stuff. But I think this whole obsession with celebrities being cloned is just not happening. It's just they're not being cloned. It's just they're not. It's like, I have no incentive to keep the.
But
There's
you're
no.
like not conspiratorial at all.
I don't have any incentive I have no incentive to lie about this. There's
You're
nothing
like
in it for me.
you're like the rational male Virgo, where I'm more of like the wacky one.
People think too high. People think the wrong. Like, people think too highly of celebrities to where they're like not human, right? And that's just not true. Like, these are very human people, you know. And so when I see this, I'm like, well, if he was cloned, this everyone there would have people there would have known. Like, you the fact that you think so many people, well, I guess could well, here's where it gets complicated. The Epstein files were kept quiet for so long, so I understand why people would think other things would be able to be kept a secret.
Right.
So I do see that's why I addressed it. That's why I addressed it, because I was like, "Oh man, they're gonna drag Jim down. They just start going after his looks." And I told you, I watched the clip and I didn't think I thought, you know, someone said I don't believe the Epstein files now. Like, she's just saying things that
That's
aren't
your
true.
new wife. You guys are gonna have a
I said I do believe the Epstein files, and I'm saying because they were able to keep them so hush hush for so long, I understand why people would think that there's other things that are, um, that there are other things that I don't know. Help me guide my thought right now.
you're trying to say because they were able to keep all this
I'm trying to read
atrocious
the
stuff about the Epstein
yeah.
files silent, you understand why people would believe in clones because it's like, look at all the
But it's
other
also,
weird shit.
look at the Catholic Church, man. They've been touching kids that we know about. We know this. They've been touching kids forever. They literally move priests around from church to church. I mean, this stuff's been going on forever, and we don't stop it. People still go to church. Okay, people shouldn't be going to church anymore, you know? So,
I don't know, Crimson. If you go back to Annie Farmer's video, she talks about how this is not just a 2024 cover up. This was a multi administration cover
yes,
up. This is every
multi-administration cover up.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Bush, Obama,
I mean,
Biden, Clinton, Trump, all
why
of
was
them.
Trump why
Like,
was
and then
Trump Why was Trump at the correspondence dinner with Obama, where Obama was making fun of him? Why was he there then? They all knew that he was a pedophile and a rapist back then. Why was he allowed there? Even if they weren't able to, whatever reason, bring him up on charges, they could have at the very least been like, "You can't come here. You're a pedophile and a rapist." They all knew back then that was when he was doing it. So it's like, and before that. So yeah, every administration helped
but
cover
also
this up.
just because just because there's like a few priests that are pedophiles doesn't mean that we should just ban a whole religion.
I didn't say that.
You said we shouldn't go to church.
I'm saying though, but like, we know that there's a lot of pedophilia in Catholicism. It's gone on since the
There's a lot
beginning
of
of time.
pedophilia in a lot of different religions.
I'm
And
using Catholicism I'm using that as an example because it's the most readily available kind of example you can use because there's so much proof on it. I mean, the movie Spotlight that came out, so you know, But they all knew what he was doing. They all knew what he was doing in the 90s. They knew all of it. I mean, there's just not a chance that it's the same thing with Harvey Weinstein. I mean, everyone knew what he was doing and they were all
Yeah.
complicit in it. Same thing with Diddy. I mean, everyone's complicit in all this stuff, because you speak out against it and then you worried that you're going to get blackballed. That's real.
Did
That's
you know
real.
Harvey Weinstein?
No. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. No, I didn't.
yeah. Do you have any other fun celebrity stories to lighten the mood?
Yeah, I've got tons, but I don't know.
What would be a good one right now that's, like, relevant to clones?
Well, I feel like we didn't even comfortably address whether or not he was a clone. I feel like people still aren't convinced.
Okay, let's address why you think, because okay, so your ex is named Jane.
Hmm.
She was at the event with Jim.
Hmm.
You're saying Jane wouldn't be in on it, but what if the elite didn't give
1,000%.
what if the elite put a gun to her head and didn't give her a choice?
They
That's their
wouldn't. It
question.
wasn't how it was. They wouldn't. I was very close to her for a long time. They
I'm
would.
saying, but sometimes people can get compromised. Like, people think,
No,
you
there's
know,
no. That's not how it works. It's not compromised like that at all. Yeah.
well, yeah, the MK Ultra stuff, they could.
They don't. They don't do stuff like that. That's just not a thing.
What do you mean?
Like,
You're saying
she's
the
not.
carries or in
Yeah, the
general?
carries, the carries. Like she's not being compromised. But there's nothing like that happening. It's just not. I mean, that's just not a thing.
Yeah, Julie said this guy isn't very open-minded. He's not. That's why I like bringing him on, because I think
No, it's because I unfortunately I know more about this stuff than you do because I'm in it. That's why. It's not that I'm not open-minded. It's just that you want to hear what you want to hear. I'm not trying to be rude. It's that like you want to hear. I'm telling you straight up what's going on, and I'm not the press. I have no reason to be lying or BSing.
you don't even
I'm
have a
here.
Substack app until I told you to download it.
Yeah, I'm just telling you the truth, and you guys don't want to hear it. And it's not all of you, by the way, but the people that don't, it's like you just don't want to hear it. So, I mean, you're calling me closed-minded because I'm just not telling you what you want to hear, but that's not the truth. I'm not going to lie to you.
Someone said,
It's,
"How do you know Jim didn't put a double in his place as a joke?"
I mean, if he was going to do it, it would be for a joke, but it wasn't. I get because he was accepting an award. He spoke in French. He wouldn't have done it there. He has respect for stuff like this, and that's another thing. Jim has too much respect. He wouldn't disrespect that award ceremony that was honoring him like that. He's just not like that. If he's going to do something, it's going to be more like back in the MTV, music awards. But what I think is, I think he worked hard in the speech. He was excited to give it in French. I think he did an okay job, which he addressed. And I think he was like, felt good after and just wanted to have like a nice time. I think that, sometimes you turn it on more than others. And I think that there, he just didn't want to turn on. He was with, I know Jane doesn't go with him to a bunch of stuff. So, he's there with
Why
his
was this
daughter.
ceremony such a big deal for him to finally, like, go out in the public for the first time in a while?
I think likely just an opportunity to go to France, opportunity to give a fun speech. I don't know. I don't know his relationship with everyone there. Maybe he liked the award. Maybe he respected the award. Something along those lines. But Jim's a person. He doesn't just go into everything like and he's old, and he's a little older now, and he's not going to go into everything just trying to be crazy
I
and
understand why you're getting mad, because it's kinda giving me PTSD from when people were trying to tell me about Kanye, and I, like, literally was, like, with him in person. I was like, "No,
yeah.
this is
It's
actually
just
what's happening."
yeah, it's
And then
weird.
people are like, "No, he's a clone." I'm like, "No, he just gained weight and he's on nitrous."
Yeah,
I'm like, "He's
exactly.
not a clone, he's just on meds, or he's
Like,
just,
Jane's
like."
literally the sweetest person I've probably ever met. She's wonderful. She would not take part in that. She literally wanted to be away from Hollywood. She moved
So
out of
so
LA.
Jim Carrey's daughter doesn't like Hollywood.
No, because the press was not nice to her. The press
Really?
Yeah, the press from the time she was a kid, you can look it up, they were terrible to her, so she never really liked it, and then she was in music, and she's a wonderful musician, and she didn't really like the limelight. She didn't want and no matter what, celebrity here's the thing about celebrities' kids, it's really tough being a celebrity's kid. It's really tough. I mean, you're in their shadow.
Yeah.
You're not able to really accomplish anything because it's all gonna be filed under nepotism. And a lot of celebrities' kids, they want their own identity. I know a ton of celebrities' kids, and they want their own identity. They wanna be able to say, "Look, I did this on my own." And so She's just such a sweetheart, and she just wouldn't take part. She would not take part in that. She's got kids. She wants to be private. That is not private. And Jim is so protective of her. He would not put her in that situation. He's so protective of his daughter. He would not put her in that situation. They just went to France and went to he just accepted a nice award, probably had a nice little trip to France. And it really was just that. And he wasn't in his kooky mood, for whatever reason. So.
Do you remember that speech he did years ago with Kat Sadler? And he was like talking about reality and how we're not really here.
Yeah, I remember that, and sometimes he talks about we can we've had crazy conversations about spirituality and all this stuff, so
Really? Because it seems like you don't believe in any of that.
that's not true at all. How would you say? Why? What have I done to say that?
You're more like grounded.
I'm just more realistic. But I think the spirituality is realistic. I think a lot of people just want they want you to say what they want to hear, and they're not willing to try to understand what you're trying to say. They don't let you articulate. They look at you, one thing comes out of your mouth, and they're like, go after him, get him. And it's like 3 minutes in, everyone was coming after me. I didn't even get a chance to articulate anything I was saying, But so yeah, all those reasons are why.
Well, before the live, I said, we've got good women in this chat. I was like, it's going to be a positive live. All the girls are nice. And then somehow, from you.
Well, here's the thing, Crimson. It is tough to be poor, and it's also tough to be a celebrity's kid. But that's also apples and oranges, and I wasn't comparing one to the other. See, that's a false equivalency. Like, I was never saying one was worse than the other, or one was better than the other, because that wasn't the topic we were talking about. Poor does suck. And you know what? A lot of people are poor now. It's going to keep getting worse,
I think he understands MK Ultra, but he's saying that he doesn't think Jim Carrey is that deep in with the elites to do MK Ultra.
No,
especially now he's not even doing much with his, is he?
No, he's wanted out of the game for a while. He doesn't want to deal with it. He doesn't want to deal with the BS. He still loves it. He's an artist. He's such an artist. He loves it, I mean, I was around him painting. I mean, I went to, one of his art galleries and I one of his auctions. I've gone to that stuff with him, and he's just a very creative guy. And, I mean, he made it fairly young, and, he had the luxury of being able to, kind of sit back and be more picky. And, so.
Did you guys ever do any like comedy together?
Well, he didn't do stand up at the time. He'd watch me do stand up, and he was very complimentary, and we would laugh together, and
would he like help you with bits?
You know what? He was actually pretty complimentary of me with stand up, and saying that like he's been out of it so long. Like we would talk about premises, and he would get excited. And I have, a joke about his grandson that he like loved. And we would laugh a lot together, but he wasn't really doing stand up. But he would talk about doing stand up again. But he would say that one of the reasons he didn't want to do is because I had shows at the Comedy Store. I was like, come do my show, pop in, and I'll make sure they take everyone's phones. And he was like, no, because the first time I go back on stage in however many years, I'm going to go back, and then immediately there's going to be articles written. Jim Carrey's not fun, this, that, whatever. And he goes, I just want to go on, and I would want to get into the art again. I'd want, a little while to be able to get my legs back, but they won't let me do that.
Right.
And so that's the thing. And he's right. It's like everyone they do it so much that people don't even realize they're doing it. But you're so hard on celebrities as if they're not people, And so I think that that was kind of. And by the way, guys, I just want you to know, a lot of you are trying to write about how I'm angry, and I'm trying to tell you, I'm not angry. This is
honestly just his mood all the time.
This is just me, guys. I'm an aggressive guy I've been performing for 16 years.
You're always in a bad mood.
I'm not in a bad mood. I'm fine.
No, your mood is like, that's just your equilibrium. Like that's your ground zero. You're not a perky guy. You never come to my house and is like, yo, how's it going?
Wait, Julie, I agree that if anything, he is one of the people trying to expose it. I do agree with that.
You do? Let's talk about that, because I think everyone here can agree on that. That's what we liked about Jim Carrey. He's trying to expose it all. So I think the reason people are saying they got him is because when someone with a big voice like him calls out things, those are the ones they target.
So he was, yes. And he was he really hated Trump from the beginning. And I was young, not young. I wasn't young. I wasn't young at all. I'm 41 now. So I was probably like 30 at the time, but I wasn't super political. I didn't like Trump. My view of Trump was like during his first term, not now, during early in his first term, was, kind of the Bo Burnham was like, it's Donald Trump. I mean, guys, do you know that clip
I forgot
where
about Bo
Bo
Burnham.
Burnham is just going, we can't, it's Donald, I mean, it's Donald Trump. And he just kept saying it over and over again in such a funny way that like you kind of understood it. That's kind of how I felt. I was just like, Trump's not a president. What are we doing? You know? So, um,
Yeah, wasn't
Jim,
Jim was calling out the
Jim,
Illuminati, not Trump.
Jim hated Trump. And I would be with Jim and he would like, he would sit me down. We would Skype with like some pretty inside reporters and they would say stuff, So, I was like, wow, he's really knowledgeable on all of this. And he's really kind of like letting me know what's going on. And I didn't realize how really bad it was.
Were you saying Trump got Jim Carrey?
No, I'm saying no. I'm saying Jim knew that Trump was bad.
But I think the chat's saying that Jim was the one of the celebrities that was calling out the elite and the Illuminati. That's
I
why
mean,
these
I had a
conspiracies.
conversation with Judd Apatow in last. Was it this? Yeah, it was in January of this year, and Judd pretty much called out um, everything Trump is doing, laid it out. He goes, he hates Trump. He's always hated Trump so much, and I love Judd. And he laid out exactly what Trump was going to do, and he's been right. So, I mean, it's just from the ICE, from like the secret police to like suspending elections. Like, Trump's ultimate goal is to try to declare martial law so he can suspend the Constitution, essentially. And it's just, he was right. He's been right. It's what he's
But
trying
I
to do.
think the point the chat's trying to make is that Jim Carrey was calling out the Illuminati, the elite, like the people
Yeah.
that were like. So that's where the conspiracy is coming from, is because they think Jim was
Right.
going against like the ruling class.
Yes, I think Kamala would have been better. I think Emily would have been better. I think I would have been better. I think you would have been better.
What about
Yes.
Nicole?
I think Trump is so
Wow.
bad. I think Trump is so bad that I think that she would have been better. That's how bad I think
Wow.
Trump is.
There's a crush brewing with John and Nicole.
No, there's not, but you're really um so I see that more now.
You really need Nicole on your side. Like, her comments are so good in the comment section.
So I think that yeah, so I now understand more about the Illuminati thing. I think also Jim just
I
kind
don't
of
think you do. I don't think you do.
I didn't really realize too much of the connection. I mean, I knew it a little bit, but I
I
just
don't
think
think you're a big Illuminati guy. Let's not try to pander now.
that's the elites. I think Illuminati is synonymous with elites a little bit. I mean, I don't know if there's like
What does the elites mean to you?
just the people who have the most money. Uh, and I think that, I think when you're at that kind of echelon, I think that you're exposed to a lot of weird stuff. I mean, it's been going on since biblical times, medieval times. I mean, people with money who run things, they do sketchy shit. Now they just try to hide it more. But I mean, they used to, the kings and the royal families, they used to come and they do whatever they want to your children and your wives, and they didn't care. Now I just think it's maybe hidden a little better, but I still think that like the world leaders, I mean, look how evil the world leaders are, right? I mean, do you think they're doing that? They're doing this in front of our face. I mean, Netanyahu, the Middle East, like what these world leaders are doing. I mean, look at the royal family, Prince Andrew. I mean, like, yes, this is I think it's like world leaders. Like, I think it's like they're at a table that's yeah, I think that money does weird things to people. I mean, Musk, I mean, we're not even talking about Musk and how corrupt Musk is and how I think Musk bought Rogan, literally. And I do think
You
Musk
do?
bought the election. Yes, I do. I think
Why?
Joe
You think after they
Rogan's
smoked
completely
weed that day,
I
he
think Joe
cut him a
Rogan's
check?
I think Joe Rogan's completely compromised. Completely. And that's
Really?
why
Because he's been talking
oh,
out against Trump.
Because in his own way, he is. But no, I think that Musk went to Joe 11th hour and either said, here's a shit ton of money or do me this favor. And I think that it helped get Trump elected. I think that Rogan then was pro-Trump for a while, but now they don't need him anymore. And I think they don't care because they know what they're doing is ridiculous. Trump isn't the one orchestrating all this, by the way. This is all behind the scenes. This is Teal.
Then
This
why
is
are you
Stephen
so
Miller.
you're really mad at him though, because you've always had a little TDS. Wouldn't you say that?
That what?
You've been accused of having TDS.
No, I don't have. There is no TDS.
No one really. I've never heard about STDs about you, but I've heard about TDS about you.
Right. Oh, okay. You talking about that's a good one.
Yeah, you are putting a lot of emphasis on hating Trump, but now you're getting into the real nitty gritty, which is like the people that are in charge, that are pulling the strings.
Well, I think it's his administration. I think it's the people that got him in office. I mean,
They're
Trump.
saying Rogan is just a guy. He doesn't need the Illuminati. Well, Rogan had a lot of
What?
influence.
That doesn't, no. Rogan's
So you're saying,
absolutely,
why do you think, where's this theory about Elon and buying Rogan?
because they're buds. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, 11th hour, Elon Musk, all of a sudden, Rogan just decides, I'm going to be pro-Trump 11th hour. They
Why
knew
was
that
he not? Was he not? Was he a liberal?
well, he was before COVID. He was Joe Rogan's the reason that LA Comedy Club shut down earlier than they should have, because he said, this thing's coming here. We need to shut down now. And then he moved to Texas, and then he just like
I feel like
was
Rogan killed the comedy scene in LA because once he left, it kind of just died. And then he started
no,
Mothership, and
it's not. I don't think that it just died. I think COVID happened.
right. But I also think without Rogan's energy here, a lot of the comics followed.
A lot of the comics went to Austin, but that doesn't matter because I mean, I don't respect what Joe Rogan's done at all. I mean,
Really?
he has so much influence and power, and he's chosen to be irresponsible with it. I mean, I
What
think
about Theo Vaughn?
Theo too. I mean, this money gets to them, and it's like I don't know if Theo was as nefarious as Rogan
Theo doesn't
was.
seem nefarious at all.
I think that Theo might have been a little more, but also it's like he's got Vance on. He had Vance on a lot. He was friends with all of them. He was in Qatar with Trump. Like these comedians should not be this close to the
Qatar?
administration. Yeah, he
You
was
call it
there with
Qatar?
Qatar, whatever. Sorry.
Qatar. At least we know you're not funded by them.
Yeah, I'm not. So,
So you're saying that Rogan used to be liberal and then he like made a switch, but didn't a lot of
yes.
comedians make that
So is
alt-right
Elon.
switch?
So is Elon.
A lot of comedians did the alt-right switch though, like during the COVID times.
For their pockets. Andrew Scholes, yes. They don't believe in this stuff. They're just doing whatever's best for their pockets.
So you think it's you make more money being right wing?
1,000%, yeah. Because they need it. They need you.
Why?
Because you keep the delusion going. You keep that alternate reality going. Whoever can speak to the right keeps it going. And
but now we're seeing now
Republican.
there's a shift. Now Andrew Schultz is saying he wishes he never voted for.
Yes, because they have enough. Tim Dillon was like that too. Because now they have enough foresight to go, okay, this is bad. Now we got to go more moderate to kind of not lose our career in the next 5 years.
Yeah, because Tim Dillon calls it out like every day now.
But he didn't. He also was Trumpy. He was also talking about being friends with RFK. Like all these guys, and they're like, everyone's like forgetting it.
Yeah, someone said there really is no sides, John. That's
I don't completely disagree with that.
Really?
Yeah, I think that they're more in cahoots than people realize. Sure, totally. Yeah, I actually do agree with that. But it's still, people. They're still brainwashing people or helping people believe what's not, like they are helping you believe what's not real, right? So they might all be in cahoots, but like they're hurting the people, you guys, because they're peddling the conspiracies for money. They're being used for money. And they're just going, I need to line my pockets. I want to be set for life. Comedy and entertainment is so unstable. I got to cash in right now. And then if I get fucked later on, who cares? I just made so much money.
Yeah, because a lot of these guys, a lot of them had like no money.
Yeah, no, totally, or not that much. And now they're making. I mean, I don't think people understand the amount of money that they're making now, like millions
It's
upon
not just
millions.
the right, though, like, there's influencers on the left were exposed for being paid by political super PACs, and
Well, I don't think they're like paid as if like I don't think they were paid like step in a room and we're gonna give you this much money if you talk about this. I don't think it's like literally that.
it is that.
Well, maybe on the left, but I'm saying with these guys, I think it's more like,
N
oh, this is what makes more sense. This like I can make a lot more money doing this. And maybe someone gets them a little bit, but I don't think it's like I don't think it's,
Didn't you say that
literally.
you're kind of fucked because people assume you're MAGA and then they don't give you jobs, but actually you're not, so then you lose MAGA, so then you don't get either audience?
Yeah, no, no, I have no home. Both sides don't like me. It's fine. I mean, it's I should have grifted to MAGA. I would have made a lot of money
Why didn't you?
because I just can't. I just don't believe in that. Like I do what I believe in. I don't just do. I just I have integrity
What's your biggest problem with the MAGA,
with MAGA.
besides, like, everything that you talked about already?
I mean,
Because you keep saying that you called it out
country.
before all the other guys.
What I mean, Trump's ruining the country. He's destroying the country. He's going after the most marginalized. We're all going to be broke. I mean, he's going to war. He's stealing from us. He's stealing our taxpayers' dollars. He's enriched himself $4 billion. I mean, he's completely hurt our trust in the election system, which obviously was probably a little corrupt to begin with. But yeah, it was fair enough. And so, like, I mean, he's causing people to break from reality. And it's scary. And that aligned with the tech bros who are in on it and now rolling out AI at the worst time AI could ever be rolled out. Because if AI was rolled out during the Obama administration, for instance, Obama wasn't peddling conspiracy theories and it wasn't crazy shit every day. So like it would have still sucked back then.
There
But
wasn't as much social media, so they wouldn't you wouldn't need the AI as much back then.
but even if so, like
We had Facebook back in Obama days.
we still had Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. But I'm saying
I
if
don't remember
Obama,
having Instagram until the
fine,
very tail end of
fine.
Obama,
But
because
I
I
don't think
remember, like, who I was dating at the time. I wasn't thirst trapping, I would remember.
right. Well, but if Obama was president now, even
I
they would
could
have
yeah.
they would still be rolling out AI, but it would be at a much more sane time. I'm saying that like there would never be a good time for AI to roll out, but right now this is the worst guy to have AI roll out with because you never know what's real and fake with him. So everything just seems like it could be fake. Like if Obama was president now, or if I don't know who, let, even if let's say Rubio was president now, even let's say uh, Harris was president, let's say this maybe even DeSantis. Let's just say I don't know. DeSantis can be pretty inflammatory, but I don't think they would be as uh, divisive as Trump would, and I mean the stuff he does on a daily
I
basis. It's
think we're
like
fucked either way.
no, we're fucked either way, but it wouldn't be this bad this quick.
Yeah, I think it is just to create division. I think they want the two-party system so that we're constantly fighting, the same way you watch the Dallas Cowboys alone in a room and then you're crying and Jim Carrey's like, "Are you okay?" They want us to be this upset about everything so that we never enjoy our lives and then we never make any money.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of always what they've done, and
That's
now
always been my thing with you is I'm like, "Why are you so upset about Trump?" Like, it's much bigger than that.
yeah, I know, but the way he is so unnecessary and so
It's
obviously
is it
wrong.
just because he's like, a really, really good comedian?
No, he's not funny at all anymore. I wish he was never president. I
You
mean,
thought he was funny at one point, I would think. If you don't
there
think
it's
Trump's
not.
ever funny, then
It's not funny anymore though. I mean, this
but it
isn't funny.
was.
No,
C
no.
they want you to stop talking about Trump. They want us to talk about Selena Gomez.
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know much about Selena Gomez. I
You
just think
people
that
are saying she's a clone too. I mean, do you Benny Blanco used to come to my farmer's market over on, in it's interesting. It's the same farmer's market Harley Pasternak goes to. It's the one over in West Hollywood, the Melrose Market. Have you been to that farmer's market on Melrose?
yeah,
A lot of celebrities go, and I don't know, Benny used to be there with his mom buying, like, expensive fish. Then he married Selena Gomez, and now he has dirty feet, and he does weird shit on the couch. I'm not gonna say the word because I don't say that word. But
yeah.
they're saying Selena's a clone now. I don't know, I don't know where that came from. I need to research that a little bit more today.
Celebrities are not being cloned. That's just the bottom line. They're just
I met a woman, and I should post this on Substack. I met a woman that worked at Pfizer and used to clone humans, and she's a doctor. I have a whole interview with this lady.
fine. I
She said they were
can't.
doing it 10 years ago.
Fine. But I mean, I'm telling you, Selena Gomez is not being cloned.
How do you know that?
Because she's just not. I would hear about it. These people are not far enough away from us, like, to be Benny. Like, I know people who know Benny Blanco, literally, like, who
Yeah.
texted him,
No,
right?
I'm saying he comes to the farmer's market.
So I'm saying, like, I would. They're not everyone. They're okay. So their reach with people is not so small, where they have such a small circle where no one can find out if they were cloned, right? Like, my buddy, other people I know who know Benny Blanco, who've been around Selena, they're not going to keep this big lie that Selena Gomez was cloned. Like, Selena Gomez sees enough people, is in contact with enough people where they can't pull off the cloning. Do you know what
It's
I'm
like the
saying?
same way when Andy Test says the NFL is rigged. It's like, well, okay, you can argue that maybe only a few players are in on it, because if they all knew, then the secret would be out. So what if Selena only told like one person, like a confidant?
This just wouldn't happen. It's
Yeah,
just not.
maybe Selena's not being cloned, but they're saying you need to open up your mind to the possibility that people can be cloned. There are cloning companies that exist.
I never said that there aren't cloning companies and they're not going to start doing that and they're not going to. I never said that. I'm just telling you these specific instances where people are not cloned. They're not started. And let me tell you something. They're not going to start with high profile people cloning. That's too dumb. They need this to get. They're going to start with some homeless dude they find off the street. That's who they're going to
Right.
clone first. They're not going to start with A-listers. That's madness. It's too easy to figure. You see, the thing is people think it's too hard to find out if he was really cloned. And my whole thing is, it's not too hard to find out if he was cloned. It's easy to find out if he was cloned. They're there. They're in movies actively. They're doing stuff actively. They're around people. Like, people know them. These are not like, if no one had seen someone in like 10 years and no one's heard from them and then they just reappeared weird and everyone was like, but then there would be more press. People can't keep secrets. Come on.
No one would tell me a secret.
I was warned that Stencil tells me that all the time. It's like, don't
Really?
tell Emily anything. Yeah.
I mean,
There could be cloning going on. I'm absolutely not going to say no to that. All the craziness happening, I'm not going to say no to cloning. I'm telling you, in these specific instances, they're not cloning celebrities. They're just not. At least those.
you don't know that for a fact.
But that's like so. I mean, it's funny that, like, it's objective when you want it to be objective, right? But then it's subjective when you want. Not
I think
you,
it's
but like.
good to not have a strong opinion on anything. Like, I think it's
Oh
good
no,
to be open-minded to both sides. Like, maybe there's clones, maybe there's not. I'm never certain about anything. I don't even trust my own reality. That's why
I think
some days I
open-minded.
wake up and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, this is the dumbest idea I've ever had, and I'm believing it. So why would I trust my mind with anything?
I think open-minded, but with being grounded, because if you just go too far, I mean, you might not come back and then you don't even know what's real and what's fake anymore. And that's the fear. So I'm telling you right now, there was no body double. There was no cloning in the Jim Carrey and the Selena Gomez thing. Uh, I would bet money. I would bet money on the Selena Gomez thing. I don't bet at gamble at all. I know as a fact that Jim was real. And, it's like, there are other issues. I guess what I'm trying to articulate is there are horrible things happening right now, right? So, like, cloning might be happening. So we have to be able to stay grounded within that so that we understand what's happening when it's happening. But if you start to lose it too early on with this,
Guys, I'm telling you, I think my friend right here, John, is a clone, because he gets on the call. He's got the eye thing going. I'm like, something's on with your hair. He's like yelling. I'm like, where did my friend go? I think we could be
this
talking
is
to a clone
this.
right now.
I wish. I wish I would. I wish I was a clone. I wish look, I'm just
Where's the comedian? Where's the fun John? What happened to him? Now we just got this.
what have we talked about? that has been, we're talking about
I don't know,
a
your hair
serious
looks a little
topic.
different, it's, like, slanted a little bit. The
Yeah, I need to get a
eyebrows are
haircut.
thicker than usual, it's giving Schitt's Creek guy.
Yeah, I'm the guy from Schitt's Creek.
You
I'm
need
his
to
clone.
yeah, like, you haven't had a threading appointment
I'm
in
gay.
days.
I'm gay now too.
Not in your right color, normally
Yeah,
you're in
girl.
black.
That's not even.
You're in, like, a muted color, like Hollister.
Let me tell you something. If anyone's a clone, it's you.
Really?
Absolutely. Last I
Why?
knew of you, you were just running around. Then all of a sudden you work for Kanye. Then all of a sudden you're in Maha. And if anyone's a clone, it's then all of a sudden you're interviewing Thomas Massey. How? When I knew you, you were just getting drunk. You were trying to do a podcast. You're calling Emily knows everything. Now I think you're the clone of anything. If
I
anyone's a clone between the two of us, it's you. All of a
didn't
sudden
you
you're like, I'm working. One day you go, I'm working for Kanye, and you wouldn't believe this. I go, yeah, you're right. I wouldn't believe this. What do you mean you're working for Kanye? And that was crazy to me. Actually, you're the clone, and your boyfriend's name is Stencil. You're the clone. Stencil sounds like a clone name. That's a clone name.
that is sounding like a clone name. Our
Yep.
Melly's, like, never ages, our dog, like, never ages. I mean, it is a little weird how much I've done randomly.
It's not weird what I've done. I'm
I don't know, you're the one on tour with Matt Rife, opening up for the biggest comedian of all time. First you're with Dane Cook, then you're with Matt Rife, now you're with Godfrey. He's got a I don't know, I feel like yours is just all comedy, mine's just, like, interviews.
with randomly powerful people out of nowhere, and I'm
I
like,
don't know how I got the
I
Massey interview.
still don't absorb like everything because the way that we know each other is so different. So I'm like, sometimes I forget. I'm like, wait, you're like doing shit. You have like a following. Like you actually like are interviewing huge people. You got like the Diddy trial. I'm going, what is going on? Well, that's one of the things I realized. That's why I think the world might have ended because I'm like, I don't even know what's going on with you. So yeah, if anyone's a clone between the two of us, it's
Well, you called
absolutely
me, I think, and said, "Are you a Fed?" You asked me if I was, like, a federal agent. You were like, "I don't get it. You're one minute you're with RFK, then you're with Massey, then you're at Diddy's team." Like, you were, like, very confused.
it's because yeah, it's because at least mine is aligned with what I do. You just went a different direction, which is great. I think it's crazy. I think it's all. I'll
I
watch your
never
stuff and go,
liked
wow,
comedy.
you're good at it.
You said I was good at it, and then I was like, "Yeah, but I hate being in that scene. The comics are
Yeah.
mean."
Yeah, same here. It's terrible. The comedy scene is terrible. Yeah, yeah,
So,
for sure.
one of us got out, and it was me.
Yeah, and then you just you all of a sudden randomly got out, and now you're sitting on, you got a blue shirt on with a green chair. You're the one aesthetically, y you
I'm in my
know
colors, John. Maybe you should get your colors done, and your whole life could
No,
change.
look at me. I don't look like a clone. I look like a dude. I just look like a dude who woke up and is like, "Whatever."
Yeah, you look like a dude that woke up. I think that's the problem. You need to, like, start taking yourself a little more seriously.
No, I do. I just it's a Substack.
You definitely need your colors done.
Oh, Emily is saying, Vinny from Jersey Shore. I think it is. I think he's not funny, but I
He's
think it
not
is what
funny
it
at
is.
all.
It's like really bad. He actually, I will say this, and he did, he had to follow me at New York Comedy Club, and I crushed. And he did go on stage after, and he goes, uh, "Hey guys, just like warning you, I just got into this. I'm not going to be as good as those guys." And he like acknowledged it and was like, "Keep going for the guy, before me." And he acknowledged, like, basically told the crowd, like, "Lower your expectations." And I, like, respected that because I was like, "Okay, he's at least aware."
At least he knows he sucks.
He was aware. So I like that. But what do I think of him doing comedy? I mean, the guy got fame he probably never thought he'd get, and he's like, "What a" you
John
know
is funny when he's not talking about politics.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also, like, on
Like,
this,
remember
like
that time we were in my living room and I was singing I had pigtails like this, and I was eating vegan pizza and singing "We Are the World," and you said I was making you lose your mind. Like, that was funny.
Yeah, that's the Emily I know. Now I'm like, "Do I have to watch what I say? Am I gonna like, what who do you know now?" Like, this is crazy. It was just fun. We would just
I
get
was
together and
sitting
do
on the floor eating pizza
I
and
mean,
singing "We Are the World, We Are the Children."
crazy stuff. We'd go out and get drunk. Yeah, you've gone a different direction, which is not a good one. But I'm saying I didn't
It's
see
not a bad,
this.
at least I'm just not getting that drunk.
I don't get drunk either. But I'm saying we used to go out and you were just like we were just like fun.
Oh, yeah, we met, like, a famous Nigerian comedian, we were doing the Soldier Boy. I still do that. I would do that
Hmm.
still.
Hmm. Yeah, just
Well,
always chaos.
there was a time, though, that you made my friend mad because you made her Venmo back for your drink.
Yeah, I'll do that. I don't even care.
That is gonna really piss the chat off, so we need to tell them because that is, like, the craziest story.
That is okay.
He was, like, into my friend,
No,
right?
that's actually
Or
not
she was
true.
into
No, no,
you,
no, no, no,
actually.
no.
She was a fan of you.
We're gonna get this right. If
We're
we're gonna
not
tell
gonna
this story.
mention names.
If we're gonna tell this story, we're gonna get this right.
Okay.
Okay? So you can go. No, you're starting off correctly.
I remember we're at a bar, we I think you ordered a round of drinks, not for me, I always buy my own drinks.
No, I did that was the problem. I did get it for all I got drinks for you and her, like,
I
2
don't
or
remember you ever buying me a drink.
no, it wasn't like you were trying to get me to buy your drinks. It just so happened. You might have even said,
I
"I'll get
went
them
to the
back."
bathroom, I came back, maybe there was a drink. It was either she bought it or you bought it. I don't know. I
No.
just
Oh,
drank.
yes, 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 that's right.
Yeah,
She made me get you one, and I had
right.
already gotten her another round. I ended up getting her drinks all night, and then I
Wow,
got you
you
some
won
drinks.
Julie back over.
So what happened was, um, so then at the end of the night, I didn't really care, but I had gone out with you guys kind of impromptu, and it ended up being kind of expensive for me, which is, like, fine to a degree, but we were, like, me and your friend were flirting. Then if I find out, which you didn't tell me, that she had been dating your cousin.
Oh
And
my
then
gosh,
she
I
ends up
forgot about that
calling
part.
your cousin in front of me and, like, crying on the phone, and I was like, "Hey, guys, somebody wanna Venmo me for the drinks because I feel like I was just used for drinks." That's what happened, and then I asked her, I was like, "Do you mind Venmo me for the drinks?" 'Cause it was expensive. This is like we were in, like, a
It's like
probably at a
$17. I
hotel.
think it's like 17.50.
No, the drinks were, like, 17 to 20 a pop at least. I think
It
I
was
was,
like
like
2018. They're definitely not under. They're under 20.
no, it was a lot. 'Cause remember my tab was, like, around
So you were
200
mad
for, like, an
because she
hour.
called another guy in front of you. I mean, you know what? Clavicular would do that. He would make the girl Venmo.
Yeah, so I was just like, "Hey," just like I didn't even make her Venmo me everything. I was just like, "You guys wanna send me" I sent it to you too, but I think I just got you 1 drink, so I
I
didn't really
don't
care
remember Venmoing you. I think it was just
because
her.
I said it to you, but I didn't care. So I was just like, "Oh, you guys wanna Venmo me for drinks?" Because I only got
Oh,
you 1. You're my friend.
was she using you for drinks?
I don't know what she was doing,
I
but
don't
all I know
remember you.
is
I remember buying my own drinks at the second bar. You bought her. That's what happened. The first round, you bought us each a drink. The second bar, I went and got my own drink. And then you guys were somewhere else. And I think you bought her a drink at the second bar. And that's when she pulled the bullshit. And that's when you asked for the
and then I
Venmo.
think there was another round after that in which you went to the bathroom, and I think that's when so I think I might have gotten you 2
I have
drinks.
never used John for drinks,
No,
everybody.
no, by the way, I didn't even care. It was like, for instance, I don't care about buying a friend a drink. Like, I
No,
wasn't gonna ask you
it
for it
was
back.
about you were mad because you
It's
felt
a
like she was
principle.
flirting with you, but then she called my cousin.
Yeah, and it was expensive, the place we were at, so I was just like, "Oh, that's really cool," but then, like, why am I buying everyone drinks? Like, I'm not,
And she
so
Venmoed you back, right?
begrudgingly, but yeah.
All the women agree with this in the chat.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it, and I would have never asked for a friend for I'll buy a friend a drink. Like, if we're out and I'm like, "I got this round," I'm not gonna, like, at the end of the night be like, "You owe me a drink." It's my friend, I don't care about that. But it was, like, a pretty high tab for, like, no reason, and I was like I didn't like I was happy to go out, but, like, I didn't need to go out. We went somewhere by my place, and I was, like, home, and I was
We were
like,
at a rooftop.
"Yeah, yeah,"
I think
but
we
it
were
was
like the
fun.
Moment Hotel or something, or like the Dream Hotel, something like
I
that.
believe it was, yeah, something like that.
Well,
But
at least the girls agree with you on that.
yeah, man, people just didn't give me a chance. But,
I think you're better at talking about, like, real life and relationships. I
well, I'm
think you
just a
should
fan.
avoid politics.
Well, I think also, like, I really love, Jim, and I really wanted to just be like, "Guys, stop. Like, this is Jim Carrey. Why are we doing this? He's not cloned. He's Jim Carrey. He's alive and well." And I just thought people were gonna be like, "Alright, maybe we should drop it. This guy verifiably dated Jane. I'm sure he's not really cloned or a double." And then everyone came after me, and I was like, "This is, like, weird. This is, like, my life. I can verify that is my life, and this is a guy I love and respect. And I just don't like watching him I would do the same thing for you if someone came after you, although I think you're a clone.
Yeah, you're saying you're the one starting the rumor.
Well, I would verify that you are a clone because I know that you're a clone, and I would verify. No, I would verify you. But in all honesty, if someone was dragging you, I would defend you as well, especially if it was not true. And
You
even
have to, yeah, but you have to admit you were triggered and fired back in the beginning.
it was just like not what I expected. I thought it was going
You
to be
also
more like
didn't know who it was. You thought it was like you didn't really know what Substack was.
Jonna. That is what would probably make the most sense, although I cannot verify that. I can't verify. But I mean, but I thought it was just going to be more of like a little chat about it and be like, whatever. But uh, it's just too much about the way people look. We're just too obsessed with the way that people look. And it's the thing is like, we're dehumanizing one another online. And it's like, celebrities, they know when that stuff's happening and and it's really tough when you're like, oh, people think I look so crazy that I look like a clone or like a body double. That's a bad
I mean, do
feeling.
you think Jim Carrey's crying about this? Or do you think he's laughing?
I mean, I'm sure it doesn't. I'm sure on some level. Well, I mean, we did have a good laugh about the fact that like people thought he was in like the leader of like a satanic cult. I remember I was laughing at that. He was like, "These people are crazy, man." And we were like looking up YouTube stuff where people were posting that he was like the leader of a satanic cult, and we were like laugh about that because it was like we're sitting there laughing. Like I watched Dumb and Dumber with the guy on the couch when he was sitting there. We're laughing about it, and like I've been in the sauna with him, and like and it's like we've had like just such great conversation, and he's just such a funny guy, and it's like
Well, how do you think he's handling this news if everyone's saying he's a clone? It looks weird.
I mean I'm sure he's ultimately fine because he's used to it. I just think it's kind of rude to go after anyone's looks.
But
And
don't you
then
think as humans and like the way the culture is right now, we have a right to like question pretty much everything?
yeah, sure, within reason, but that's what I'm saying. So like if you have someone who's like, "Hey, I'm a credible source," and then you're immediately pretty much like, "I don't think you are." Well, then you're not questioning everything, right? Because you would hear me out more if you were open-minded. You would say, "Let me hear what this guy has to say," rather than immediately being like, "No."
Someone said, "You really think it's a friend of Jim Carrey? He'd be the type of guy that would want plastic surgery, or wouldn't he just want to age gracefully?"
Honestly, yeah, he does seem like that, but we don't, more. Yeah.
Also, he might go to the doctor and they like convinced him and he was like in a manic mood or something, and he's just said, "Yeah."
All those are plausible.
To me, it looks like he got filler and like maybe a facelift.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look. He. Um, they wish Jim Carrey would just come on the Substack.
What if I just went and then came back up and I was just him?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
No, I don't. I'm sure he's used to it, but
Where does he live now? In Hollywood?
no. I know he sold his old house. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, maybe you should reach out to your ex.
I mean, yeah, we've talked. I
You
mean,
should be like, "Is he a clone? I need to confirm with the internet."
she's gonna get mad at me for saying it. She'll be like, "John, really?"
She's gonna be like, "You're seriously hitting me up to ask, like, have you lost
Yeah,
it too?" Then
yeah, exactly.
you're gonna look crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, filler and eye surgery, maybe a little weight gain.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, let's see, final comments. Oh, like Madonna at first, they just come out and appear too early, like after yeah, that's
That's
possible.
actually that's actually that's actually a very smart thing to say.
Yeah.
That's
Like
actually a very smart
like
thing to
they
say.
knew he had this event coming up, he got some work done, and it was like they didn't time it out right, and then the event came, he wasn't fully healed, and there he is.
But I also personally didn't think he looked crazy.
Well, you said in his speech he wasn't acting crazy, which made people think he that because 'cause they're used to him being, like,
I mean
wild on the
I mean,
carpet.
what about what about the speech he gave at that college? That was such a poignant, speech that he gave. Do you remember he gave that college speech? It was so powerful. He wasn't funny in that at all.
Yeah, that was really good.
It's the same demeanor. Go watch that.
Yeah. eye surgery for sure. He had hooded eyes. Sometimes you have to do it for the eye obstruction regardless when you get older.
Exactly. Thank you. This is all, yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, I haven't even seen, like, a Jim Carrey movie. Isn't that crazy?
Yes, they're so good.
I'm not even I have no idea what his comedy's
And
like.
also, I just want to say another thing too that people aren't going to like in here. The reason I'm speaking the way that I am and I'm being a little bit, more reserved is because, like, I want to speak respectfully about this person too. Like a lot of people now, because of like Logan Paul and Jake Paul and like the disrespect and shamelessness and lack of integrity, and our president, the way he speaks, saying quiet piggy to female reporters. I speak with people about people with respect. Like that's kind of what I would like to do. Someone that I know, love, and respect. I want to speak with them, speak about them the right way. You
Unless it's
know.
my chat and then you don't respect them.
Well, if you're going to disrespect me back,
All they said was, "You're in a tanning bed."
right?
That's how it all started.
But yeah, I understand, Julia.
Someone
No, you're
said
right with what you're saying. Julia, what Julia's saying is great. Make America respectful again. Yeah. Um. So you know, But I'm sure we could go back and see the early on comments, and then people could kind of maybe uh, decide for themselves.
I don't think there's a way to go up and scroll. We've been on this now for an hour and a half.
I'm looking, I'm scrolling, but I think there's potential receipts,
Yeah,
and you
that's
can
a
see
good
like
question. Why would a master of facial expressions, why would they freeze their face?
we
I
don't.
mean,
That's
honestly,
not fair.
so when I moved to Hollywood, I was in an acting class and I have a really overactive forehead, but I have a little Botox in it from 8 months ago still, but you can see it's coming back. But like when my forehead has no Botox, my eyebrows would be like up to here. And my acting coach told me to get Botox. He said on camera, I come across as way too much of a character.
I also don't think it's anyone's business whether or not someone had work done. I just don't think it's anyone's really. I mean, you could see if you can see, like people think that.
I think it is people's business.
Okay, well, that's
Because
what we.
I feel like these celebrities are put in a position of power and they influence the youth. And if they're going to pretend they're aging gracefully when they're not, like Kendall Jenner pretending she had nothing done but a little like Botox in her forehead or whatever she said, when we can clearly see her face is different and she's selling products, then yes, she has a responsibility to be
I
transparent.
think the bigger responsibility is Joe Rogan being, doing what he did. I think
Well,
that
you're
the
not
key.
a woman and you don't have makeup on and a contour right now. As a woman, we want to like cares about looks maxing. We need to know what these bitches are having
And
done.
also, yes, the Kendall Jenner stuff, 1,000%. Yeah.
Like, if Kylie's selling lip kits and saying
I
her lips just magically grew bigger when we
oh,
know that she's
that's totally, yeah.
like,
I
they
agree
have
with you.
to be transparent. I
Oh, don't
mean,
get me started on that.
I don't look at Jim Carrey for my freaking beauty inspo though, so I don't really give a shit if he got work done, if I'm being
That would be
completely
so funny
honest.
if that's what this was all about.
It's
People
me,
just
like,
wanted to know
I just wanna know who his surgeon is. That's the whole reason we're gathered here today.
that we could have avoided a lot of this if that was just the
Yeah,
question.
you and Nicole, now we have a plan a wedding for you and Nicole, like, it's just gone off the rails.
And maybe he doesn't want to do facial expressions anymore. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought maybe he just wants to chill? I don't know.
I mean,
I feel like people are making a lot of assumptions. And that's kind of where I go like, "Hey, he's real. That's all you need to know. I don't think the rest of it's your business." I mean, I'm not saying, it's like you want to speculate within reason, that's fine, but people are just going way too far with this
do you
stuff.
feel like I act different or no?
That you act different?
Yeah.
I think you've become potentially shadier over the years because
Shadier?
potentially,
How?
because you're so in the thick of things right now with all the stories that you're covering. So, I mean, I've got friends that are paparazzi. I've got friends that are, uh, I have a friend that's a White House correspondent, and you get to that
You compare me
point.
to paparazzi?
I'm not. I mean, street journalists.
That's really weird.
Not comparing you to them. I'm just saying that you now do report. You report.
That's not
Well,
shady.
John, I just want you to know Jim's an amazing guy. He's so funny. He's so much more charitable than people realize. He does a lot more than people understand. So.
potentially shady makes me think you don't trust anyone. So you're no different than the people in the chat that don't trust anyone. Because now that I'm reporting on things that are in the news, you're like, oh, Emily's shady. So now you're acting like the people you're attacking in the chat.
No, I'm not. I'm just, you asked me.
Was
No,
Emily
Emily
shady
was,
back in the day?
no, she wasn't. She was a loose cannon more so and all over the place.
I'm
You
still
got,
like that.
but you've wrangled it in. You were legitimately a loose cannon.
I was 26.
Yeah, sure. That plays a part. I'm not saying that that's
Going
not.
through a breakup in my enemy year of the dog. There was a
No,
lot going on.
we kept in touch. We were pretty close, and then COVID happened, and we still kind of talked. And then I've seen you since, and we've
Yeah,
chatted.
I've just matured.
Maybe that's what it is.
So you think grown women are shady?
Oh, we're not
That says
doing
a lot
this.
about you. And that's why you like 25-year-olds.
No, no, I don't. I'm 41. The person I was just dating was 43.
Are you
What
still in
are
a
you saying?
relationship?
No,
Really?
I need to talk about my relationship.
Wow.
Yeah, Emily does look. She does look great. You honestly do
We're
look the
not
same.
telling my age. You can
You do
find it
look great.
online.
Emily's great. Yeah, you do look great.
Once I get my Botox redone, I'm gonna look even younger. I don't know. My skincare regimen my skincare has been really good because I'm actually taking care. I don't know if I'll need it again.
All right.
So, all right. Well, you guys, John, thanks for coming in. I think that was a good live.
Yeah, it's on par with an Emily live. Totally.
We're gonna have clips that'll be automated.
There was a lot of people on this that I did like. There was a few people I could have done without, but a lot of people were great.
Yeah, we ended it with 173 viewers. I appreciate the people commenting, not commenting, for giving us your attention during this wild
Hey, do you
afternoon.
remember when we would do lives during COVID, and then I did one as Batman?
Yeah.
That was
I met a great friend from you from that live, that someone was in that live.
never know.
And I think it's good to have people on we disagree with. I think it's not good when we're on a live where we agree with everything the person says.
I believe you.
In fact, I would have liked to have more people on that were fighting. That would have been better. If I had people if I would have liked to have Andy arguing with you, that would have been better.
I completely agree. I think that, yes.
So if you can how do we find you on social?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you guys want to follow John Campanelli 1 on social media, I gotta start focusing on that more.
Why is it 1? You can't get your name?
The other, I don't know, this other guy had him before. He's way older, and he had the John Campanellis. It's a whole thing.
All right, I don't care that much. All right, John Campanelli 1. He's got shows coming up, and any shows you've got coming up?
Yeah, I actually tomorrow, Monday, I'm at Flappers in Burbank, and then Tuesday I'm at the Hollywood Improv, and then I'll be posting more dates. I've got a bunch of dates. I'm at Flappers in Burbank twice a month, and I'm at
If you guys want to
Hollywood Improv.
roast him in person, you can go to these shows.
Nope.
Oh, you can't?
Come enjoy the show.
But you like to do audience work.
Crowd work, yeah, but I don't know how far these people will take it. So
you're gonna bring adrenochrome and throw it on the stage. All right. Well, thanks for coming.
Also, can I tell you something? Do you want to know what I did that was really bad for my eyes? That's on the other side. And when I look at it, because there's like sun that way, it's actually was getting in my eyes. So that's why in the beginning I was going like this, and I was like, oh, I have to look straight at the camera. Because when I would think, I kept looking at the blinds, and they were like kind of blinding me. Like
Denzel's laughing.
What?
Denzel's laughing.
Yeah, so I was like, someone's like when you were like his eyes, I was like, oh, they could see that. Because I was like,
never mind. He said he wasn't laughing. He was.
Okay.
Yeah, someone said it's good to watch people be able to disagree agreeably.
Yeah. So
me and John, we agree on some stuff. We don't agree on a lot, but also my opinions aren't as strong as yours.
You usually will cower by the end of the conversation.
I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah. You will.
I'm like, I'm just like, can you calm down?
Like, all right, maybe. Is that what you think? Yeah, okay.
You like Andy though, and Andy,
Hold on, I'm getting so. Can you see me?
No, maybe it's for the best. That's what John looks like on stage. So you like Andy, and you guys have like you have no similar opinions.
I mean, Yeah, come on.
You and Andy like each other, but you guys disagree on everything. You guys are like polar
Yeah,
opposites.
yeah, totally.
You guys both think like the world sucks, but that's where it ends, the similarities.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Bye.
All right, you leave and then I'm gonna
Not
talk to live.
if
You
if
leave.
if you guys like me, or if you don't, or if you think I'm mid or whatever you're saying, John Campanelli 1, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Instagram, Threads. I'm on YouTube. I got shows. Come buy a ticket, see me perform stand up. I got a bunch of clips up. So, all
Okay.
right.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you guys.
Bye. And I
Bye.
have a message for you guys. Thanks, John. Okay. Whoa, now my pajamas are showing. It's like a Zoom call during COVID. Okay, so I was thinking if anybody's interested, because I've been at the trial all week, and I've been promising you guys that after part 3, I was going to do a live where you could ask me questions about colors. Would that be something you're interested in me doing, like, right now? I was thinking of ending this live so we can save this as its own thing and put it up, and then I was gonna start a new one, and we can do colors. So, like, I can bring out my drapes, bring out my materials and like magazines and talk to you guys about colors because I keep getting all these DMs about it. And since I already got the lights set up, I feel like right now might be a good time to do colors. I'm in a blue. I don't even know if this is the right blue for me, but we can match it with the drapes. So I'm going to end this live. You guys, let's say in like 10 minutes, I'm going to start another live. I should put pants on because I'm going to be like standing up. I'm going to change my pants, put some lipstick on, and we're going to be doing another live about colors. Let's say like 3 p.m. we'll do it. All right. Thanks for joining. And I'm going to save this one now. That was so crazy.